Yes, our new queen. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Astra Yao, guys. She pushed me to the fucking brink. I swear to God she did. Anyways, guys, we have a new tier list to talk about today because I'm assuming they've changed a lot of things here. Let's see. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. First of all, I have some things to say here. Secondly, oh my God. All right, so I think the first things first, we should obviously talk about the elephant in the room, Astra Yao, guys, being up on the same tier as Miss, what's her name? Seizure King, right? Now, guys, do I genuinely think that she is on the same level as Seizure King, bro? Yeah, honestly, I do. Like, they're very, very similar. I don't know if you guys have, right? I haven't built her up all the way just yet, right? But if you pulled Astra Yao, are you running into the same energy issues that I'm running into? I feel like that she comes into battle, she uses 2 quick assists, and that's really about it. I don't know if I'm getting the same troubles with the energy regen. Like I said, guys, mine's only like level 58 right now. I didn't have enough to build her up all the way right now, but that's the issues I'm currently running into with a underbuilt Astra Yao. On the other hand, though, Seizure King just kind of always works for me. Like I said on my previous video, on my Astra Yao versus Seizure King video, I genuinely think the heal that Astra Yao provides is mainly just an oh shit button. It's mainly just there to be like, oh guys, remember when we changed how ults work back in a patch ago? Yeah, so let's just add a heal to this and fuck it. Yeah, let's do it, right? I feel like the shield that she provides is so much better. I feel like she's just so much better as a sustainer, right? Like, and look at this, right? Like, if we're comparing balls to ball stats here, I mean, like, Seizure King gives, what, 1,000 attack buff, where she gives 1,200. She gives crit damage, and that's really about it in terms of stats. She also gives quick assist as well. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. In terms of sheer damage output, I feel like Astra Yao is better than Seizure King. I don't think there's any like shot of like saying that, right? I feel like if you're a casual player playing the game, I feel like Seizure King's just so much better than Astra Yao. I just feel like it is. Not so much better. I feel like she is better. We're talking semantics here on the same tier. They're both obviously fucking tier 0 Apex tier, but for me personally, I would say, like, for my playstyle, that Seizure King's better than Astra Yao, just for my playstyle. Anyways, guys, let's move on to this next category here. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think that's fine right there. Yeah, I think that's fine. Genuinely, guys, are we really even using Seth that much? Like, is Seth really being used that much? I'm curious to see where his team stands at. What's his ranked team? 15th best ranked team, and he's on the same tier as Shokaku. And what's Shokaku's best ranked tier in terms of, like, Shiyu defense rating? You think you're gonna kill me? Why am I gonna kill you? Yeah, rank number fucking 2, rank number 9, rank number 6. No shot. Yeah, guys, honestly, move him down. Move him down. I just don't see it. Genuinely, guys, I just don't see it. I think Shokaku, with the current teams we have in the game, is just so much better than him. So hear me out on this, guys, right? My main problem with Seth, right, is that while he does help the anomaly class out a lot, do you guys just feel the sense that his anomaly proficiency really doesn't do much for those teams? Like, that's how I feel on him, right? Like, he gives attack buff, sure, right? He gives anomaly proficiency, sure, right? But all in all, to me, guys, I just feel like he's not as good as this. Like, I feel like she helps with breaking. I feel like her buff's really nice. Her buff has a pretty good uptime on it, right? I feel like he actually has more on-field time than she has, personally. Like, he does have a lot of quick assists to get in and out, and you have to play more technical with her, I guess. Let me see what the pros and cons that they give him is, because for me right now, I do want to rank him below. I'm curious to see what Prydwen says. Can consistently buff himself and one other teammate with his shield. Yeah. Attack animations are most important. Yeah. That's kind of what I said on mine too. Yeah, I'd be moving him down a tier. I really don't think he's that used anymore. I feel like if you're using an anomaly team, like you'd put in Nicole or this to get defense shred or attack buff, because I feel like attack buff's just more universal anyways. Like I said, he gives attack buff, he gives anomaly. I feel like I would just use one of them over him. I'd probably use Shokaku over one of them too. So that's my stance on that, and that's what we're going to say for that for now. I think we move him down one tier. Now, moving on to the breaker category. Let me just say something here with this. I have been using Colada and Ambi. I have a build guide coming out for Ambi if you guys want to watch that. Subscribe to the channel. But I feel like Ambi's actually on the same level as Colada. I might be coping. I feel like Colada is just such a burst heavy type of breaker that she only works on like burst scenarios, whereas I feel like Ambi is just such a more solid character, right? I feel like a more solid all-around character, right? Also with her as well, with Colada as well, I believe she has to be paired with what, Sons of Caledon, and who else is she to be paired with for her ability to pop off? Isn't it like fire or some shit? I mean, Ben can work there for her to get her full potential. Like, yeah, Ben, like, does need to be in there to be unlock her full potential or whatever. But, like, she also needs what? Yeah, or fire as well. Like, what other fire DPS do we have in the game right now that really, like, I guess Burnice, right? But are you really using Burnice on the same team here? Like, I feel like Burnice just takes that slot because you run Burnice, a buffer, and then another anomaly character. I feel like that she's kind of cuckolded out of this position. And then what does she do? While stunned, all members gain 35% more damage to chain attacks. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about that. She works with fire characters, but she didn't give a buff to fire characters. At least she's giving energy to her. Honestly, guys. Honestly, I don't see it. I think that obviously this is a step ahead. Like, I think Lycon's I honestly think that Lycon's like a step ahead of what these two can do, but I don't think there's any difference here. I genuinely think that they're on the same level. That's all I have to make the change here to the ear, though. I do have a problem with Lighter as well. I genuinely do not like Lighter, guys. I have used Lighter for so much. Maybe I play him wrong. Maybe I'm just Cope Oonga Boonga Brain. But I feel like his break is just so shit. I feel like his stun is just so shit. I feel like it takes so long to get to his stun versus Chingy versus Lycon. I feel like it just takes so long to get to that stun. Don't get me wrong. I think the buffs and debuffs he provides for Ice and Fire are absolutely amazing. But if you're not running on an Ice and Fire team, I don't know. I would still probably keep him up here. I think Chingy's still the best breaker in the game. I'll just move him down here. I do think, honestly, if I could create a new tier, he'd probably go right here. This is what I would do, guys. We stay this here. We move this one down here. We move Lycon down here. And we move him down here. That would be my genuine take on this. Just because I feel like the stun character needs to do the role of stunning, and I feel like he doesn't do as good of a job as stunning as Chingy or Lycon does. But his buffs are really massive, whereas his buffs are kind of stagnated to one thing. I feel like she gives a better general overall buff. I do feel like she is above him in what he can do. So that's my take there. Now, on to tier 0, or I guess the DPS, because they change everything around. Oh my god, guys. The one thing I absolutely love, yo, they finally are showing some respect on my girl, Piper. Bro, Piper is just that bitch. I am not gonna lie to you guys. Piper is just strong as fuck for absolutely no reason. I love that we have this free play unit that absolutely pops off. Go watch the build on the channel if you haven't already for Piper. But Piper has literally carried me through Shield defense, through the other in-game game mode, which is, I can't think of the name of it right now, but she's carried me through both of those game modes. She's absolutely amazing. And yes, I do prefer using her over my Ellen Joe here. I do have Ellen Joe on my account. A lot more free-to-play friendly. You can run her on a team with Lucy as well, so super free-to-play there. I guess you can run Shokaku on a team with her, but yeah, Lucy a better support. Runner there. I mean, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's really good. Also, you can use her on disorder teams as well with Yanagi. So, I mean, this combo works here too between these two right here. So, yeah, overall, I do love the change here that she got moved up and Soldier 11 getting moved down. I guess I can see Soldier level getting moved down. I would probably say Harumasa gets ranked up here in terms of damage. Now, they did put an expert, like, tag on Harumasa here. I'm curious to see what this necessarily means. Like, I know he's, like, really hard to play. Like, he is hard to play. Don't get me wrong. But, okay, does significantly more damage against stun enemies. I feel like that's the same thing for Zhuyan as well. Did they give the same thing for Zhuyan here? I hope they did, because, I mean, that's the same thing here. Okay, cool. Also, when enemies are not broken, it's kind of down bad too. So, yeah, I don't know. Requires more effort, planning, skill to maximize potential. Yeah, for sure. Enemies have shorter stun durations and resistance being stunned. Limit, okay, yeah. I mean, I can agree with the cons I have here, though his damage output is pretty fucking fire. Did they even say that here? He has great burst damage. He has great burst damage. Personally, guys, I would be moving Harumasa up. I think he's just super hard to play, and he's a misunderstood character. I'd be moving him up a tier. Now, down here, we're going to get into these characters in a second here, because I do have some thoughts here. But Anton moves up. There's no shot that I think Anton's tier 3 with these two guys right here. I feel like Anton on a team with Grace is just super good. And especially in shock type scenarios, you can even run him on a team. I guess you can really only run him on a team with Grace. Maybe coping with that one. Anyways, yeah, I would move him up. I think he's better than these two for sure. I think he's better than these two. But Burnice with an eyeball, Jane Doe the hoe, Yanagi, and Miss Zhuyan here. I feel like Zhuyan, personally, truthfully, honestly, I had to take that. I thought she was up here before. But playing with her more, I feel like she's right here. I feel like she does about the same as my Piper here. I'd probably move her down. And this is what I've been saying before, too. Me, personally, guys, I feel like Burnice, like, with her being a sub-DPS, she moves down here. Genuinely. I feel like she's in the same tier as them as well. She's a sub-DPS. Like, her damage is not, like the best thing in the world. But she does play a really good role as sub-DPS. If we're talking, like, full DPS out characters, I feel like she's down here in terms of pure DPS, right? Let's see what the eyeball they gave her was. So they give her an eyeball, right? No, they haven't even, why they're eyeball on Burnice? They said they're watching out for her, but they didn't say why they're watching out for her. I mean, did they put anything here? Relying on energy or ultimate to gain heat for full, yeah, I mean, like, I think she's good, don't get me wrong. Like, I really do. But I think she just does sub DPS, like, damage. Like, she doesn't do as much DPS as these guys are doing. But, I mean, she does still provide good sub DPS levels of damage. I would probably say she does about the same damage as, like, probably Soldier 11 does, or some of these characters down here do. But she's off the field all the time, and it's just, it's nice overall. Like, the anomaly proc there is nice. But these are the changes that I would be making to the ZZZ tier list, guys. Do you guys agree with these takes? Honestly, guys, the big problem here is that we don't have any more A ranks getting added to the game. We really do need more A ranks added to the game. It is a sad, shitty sight to see that all these fucking A ranks are just in the fucking gutter here. Don't get me wrong, we have Piper up here, right? But we need like more of a pure DPS that's not anomaly based to be up here. Like we need something like right in here maybe for like one of these DPS. I get that Harumasa is free, but Harumasa is not gonna be free forever. So we really do need another like DPS here. And honestly, I probably think that we need a new stunner here as well. No, we don't need a new shielder. I mean, like, we do need more A ranks. Just overall, guys, we need more A ranks in the game. Please, God, whoever's give us some more A ranks. I hope to see one with patch 1.6. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video on this tier list here today. Do you think Prydwen did a pretty good job? I mean, overall, I think they did a pretty decent job at this tier list. Like, very minor gripes here and there. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty decent tier list. Overall, though, that's all I have to say. That's going to do it, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.